If you want to stay here for the longer run, then it is very important कि आप authentic रहें to yourself, to your content. You just stay original. Uस time the thought process was like, wow, I'm gonna get paid to do this. And that's when brands started to approach me. मैं photographer बनने निकली हुई हूँ, but it was actually the road for me to get into content creation. Hi guys, this is Waliya Najib. I'm a photographer turned influencer. The most important factor, you would want me to give you a very technical answer, but to be honest, and the mantra that I live with, and you'll hear me saying this all the time, is that you just have to stay authentic. You have to stay true to who you are if you want to sustain this in the long term. I feel like the reason that I was able to do this for so long is that. So that's the only way I can tell you. It's tricky, but I feel like long term you can only sustain this if you are authentic. But बीच-बीच में हमें करनी पड़ती हैं कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें भी जो हमारे audience को पसंद होगी. But at the end of the day, I kind of want my audience to, just think the way I do. I want to be relatable. I don't want to pretend for my audience. So I do that sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I think we all do it, but at the end of the day, I always want to be authentic to me to be able to sustain this for longer. And you're always in front of people, or thoda sa bada easy hai to start pretending that you're somebody else. So I think you have to just remember that it's a very thin line between who you are and who you're literally not. So just stay true to that and enjoy it. I think just don't forget to have fun with it, even though it's become a career, and that's just how I take it. I just still want to enjoy life. It can so easily get so interlinked with your personal life that you don't know where to draw that line, so don't forget that. But it's great that we're able to help so many smaller businesses. So many smaller businesses can come up now. COVID ke baad we saw that change happen, and I love watching young entrepreneurs, women, so many small startups come up, and I think it's all because of social media and social marketing. So enjoy it, and I hope सब लोग जो कुछ मेहनत कर रहे हैं, they get somewhere, and I think this was the easiest way to make that happen, and it's happening now. Uस time the thought process was like, wow, I'm gonna get paid to do this. Wow. We were finally able to make a mark and kind of explain to brands that we are a little bit worth it. So that was a huge thing for us. Shuru mein it was more fun. It was like, oh, the brands would tell us, oh, hamare paas itna budget, and now we can kind of, because it has become a full-time career, do it on our own terms. So that's the change I see finally. Pakistan mein bhi, that brands and agencies and everybody is working on international standards. I feel like I've seen that transition from it being very homely, very candid, to now a full-time very professional environment. I think it's finally going towards the direction that we always wanted it to go. वही बात that we're not just making content, we're not just posting something. It's people would think कि इसमें क्या इतनी बड़ी बात है, आप हमारे लिए पोस्ट लगा दो, आपका एक पेज है, So now I feel like we really were trying so hard for so long for them to understand that no, it's not just a post, it's not just a story. So I feel like we're getting there. I'm very happy. I feel like सही direction में जा रहे हैं. So my inspirations when I started out were very photographer oriented, right? So my sister, who's a photographer in the States, was one, and then I had a few friends there. But when I started content creation, there's this internationally, I love Desi Perkins. I feel like I could relate to her throughout the stages of my life. I don't want to name any local Pakistani content creators because there's so many and I love so many of them, so I don't want to leave out any. Lekin I feel like up to because there's so many, Allah ka shukr, and there's so many smaller pages that I love a lot. So I have too many inspirations to answer. 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago, when I started out as a photographer. At the time, there was no such thing as content creation, influencer marketing, and at the time, I just love taking pictures, but I also love telling stories through pictures. So, मेरी ज़िंदगी में जो भी चल रहा था, I would kind of share it through photos. I had this photography page actually at the time, and I was going through some personal stuff, and I was sharing that. I guess इतना common नहीं था at the time to kind of share all your secrets online. So my page kind of became popular because people kind of wanted to know. And then I was sharing at the time, we went through, basically my dad had passed away and we're a family of only women. So I was sharing the struggles and kind of how he learned to deal with the struggles. And I guess that's what got a lot of people's eyes, and that's what helped me become a public figure, I guess. So I was taking clients for shoots and I was doing that, earning my money through that, but then side by side I was sharing my life through photography. Eventually that became what you call influencer marketing, but I didn't know that at the time. So this was 5 years, 6 years ahead when I took a break from photography. Brands reached out to me, and that's when I realized, oh, like, even though I thought my photographer बनने निकली हुई हूँ, but it was actually the road for me to get into content creation. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you could take away something from this interview today, and don't forget to have fun and keep creating.